Hey guys, so one of the most common questions I get from buyers, is what exactly should we be looking out for a good starter vehicle, So granted, almost all of us, all of us, right, will have to start somewhere at one point, right? Not everybody can be driving Toyota 4Runners or Porsches or Lamborghinis or Mercedes or BMW. So we all have to start somewhere. So here's a perfect example of a good vehicle to start, right? So maybe you're new to Canada, maybe you're a student, you're a young buyer, you're looking to finance your very first vehicle, right? Here's a good example of what I think is a good starter vehicle, right? And I'm not just talking about brands alone, right? I'm talking about overall features, benefits, and of course brand into consideration na rin. Now keep in mind, this video is made specifically for a certain couple, right? So this vehicle, guys, is sold. So it's sold, and yung clients natin ay hindi Pilipino, but I figured it's a good example, right, to go over to share with you guys on typical na followers and viewers ko pag nag-shopping kayo ng sasakyan, right? Kasi we are, as a culture, we're so focused palagi na kailangan Toyota, kailangan Honda, kailangan ganito. Sometimes we need to take a look at the other brands, right? They're not exactly bad na brands, especially for Asian manufacturers. They all have different things to offer, right? And I wanted to open up this vehicle here, so maybe if you do find something like this, or maybe use this as a guideline for when you're shopping for your first vehicle, So this video is specifically for Charlie, ang ating client, So Charlie was referred to me by my other client, Arshana, from a few months ago. So Charlie signed for the vehicle today. The vehicle is sold. So I'm doing the video for two reasons. One, so he can show his girlfriend, much better than pictures, right? Doing an actual video of the vehicle. And at the same time, number two, to show you guys, yung aking mga followers and viewers, again, just some extra pointers and some tips of what to look out for when you're buying your first vehicle. Now, I just wanted to say, I would have offered this to several clients na meron ako kasi it fits yung budget nila. But I have to be fair kay Charlie because he was my client first, so I have to offer it to him. So again, guys, this vehicle is sold. But when you're shopping for a vehicle now, here's some good pointers to look out for, right? So guys, what you're looking at here is a 2018 Hyundai Elantra GT, very beautiful blue na color. As you guys can see, very bihira tayo makita ng blue na ganyan. So let's do a quick walk around of the vehicle. So Charlie, I hope you can show this to Bailey later when she gets home, because I know you said you love the vehicle. I liked it for you guys, right? So it's not a sedan, it's a hatchback. Just want to show here. That's what it looks like from behind, on the side. So when you're looking for a starter vehicle, for a first vehicle to finance, right, one thing I always say is look for something na under $20,000, right? Because that would keep your bi-weekly payments low, right? And makes it more manageable, makes it more easier for the bank to approve yung loan mo, especially if you're a first-time borrower, right? Again, like I said earlier, everybody wants to drive the 4Runner, everybody wants to drive the Jeep Grand Cherokee, but a lot of the people are making $11 an hour, $12 an hour, $13 an hour. Again, I'm not saying this to offend anybody sa income. All I'm saying is, if you want to get financed into a vehicle, right, it's always a good idea to start for a small amount and then build from there, right? So for this one here, for this vehicle here, it is under $20,000, right? And now what makes this vehicle cool, na I like it, and nagustuhan din ni Charlie, he liked it too, was yung features. As you can see, it's got the daytime running lights, LED daytime running lights, 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine. Previous owner, when you're buying a pre-owned vehicle, if you can find vehicles there's extras from the previous owner, definitely consider that on your list. So case na to, I showed this to Charlie earlier. This vehicle here, previous owner put 3M tape on the hood all the way up to here, as you can see there. So that protects your hood. And again, to put 3M hood like this on your hood is usually about $6.99. So that's something that he doesn't have to pay for anymore, right? Going around the vehicle as well, I'm gonna open it here. It has the Husky liners already. So that's one thing I was pointing to Charlie, because Charlie is a young guy, right? He's a young guy, first car niya, first car loan. So I was telling him that, oh, this vehicle here has all those features, right, that you don't have to pay for. So for example, these Husky liners, normally if you were to pay for this extra, that's 120, 140 bucks and up, right? So again, the previous owner included it, so he doesn't have to pay for it, which is nice. So that's what the vehicle looks like on the inside, guys. And it even includes yung mats, the Husky liners here, and the back seat as well. So for example, I was telling several clients, for vehicles with 3-seater SUVs, the first 2 rows for the rubber mats could sometimes be $300 higher depending on how big the vehicle is. So sa case na to, right, this is probably like $150 or so, right? It may not seem much, but for my client Charlie, it's $150 that he doesn't have to spend. So he's saving money there. There's good value in the vehicle. Has the modern features now. It has the backup camera here. And the one thing that I like is the vehicle, the previous owner gave the set of winter tires. So this comes with winter tires on rims na. So as you guys know, so you don't always find vehicles where the winter tires are included from the previous owner. So in this case here, it has the winter tires already for a set. So him and Bailey doesn't have to worry about, buying winter tires when winter comes. They're a young couple, guys, starting out in life, so they want something affordable that still looks nice, and this is just an example of a vehicle, right? Features wise, 2018 model, 54,000 kilometers, so that's pretty good for kilometers. So again, when you guys are shopping for vehicles now, consideration then palagi kilometers whenever you can. Now, since it is a Hyundai, it has the 555 warranty, so 5 years for the basic warranty, 5 years for the powertrain, 5 years for the corrosion, which is yung body rust. The nice thing about Hyundais and Kias is they're very heavy sa features. So I was mentioning to Charlie earlier, right? Maybe he can show his girlfriend Bailey. The vehicle has heated seats and heated steering wheel, which is always nice for us here sa Western Canada. They're gonna experience that for the first time because they're not originally from Alberta, right? They're originally from BC, so they're gonna find yung benefit of having a heated steering wheel, diba? So again, these are the things na I always encourage you guys, my followers, tsaka viewers, to look for when you're buying a vehicle, right? If you can find a vehicle that has those features, if it's important to you, then try to look at that, right? Huwag masyadong not too much palagi sa brands. We're not trying to impress anybody. Yes, certain brands have more durability. Of course, I of all people would know that. That's why I always recommend my top 3: Toyota, Honda, Subaru, and of course Mitsubishi, right? So this one here, backup cameras right there. So it doesn't have sunroof, but it doesn't have the push button start. But the previous owner put the Hyundai brand remote starter. So if you guys are aware, the branded starters, right, Hyundai, Toyota, and the other brands that provide yung third party na starter with the same brand but separate na starter, these are usually what, $799 going higher, so that's $799 na they don't have to spend. So always go for those things when you guys looking at a vehicle. Try to get as much value as you can when you're buying your first vehicle, when you're buying a starter vehicle, not just by looking at the price, but looking at what the price has to offer, right? Yes, the price point for this is really good. It's under $20,000, but it's all those added extras that make the vehicle worth purchasing. The set of winter tires, the Husky liners, the remote starter from the previous owner, the clean Carfax, right? And the extra safety features, which is this one here has. It has the rear cross traffic alert, and it has, lane departure warning, diba? Like I was telling my client na si Charlie, right? Initially we were looking at the 2018 Honda Civic na LX, but that one was about $2,000 more than this one here. So for $2,000 less, yes, it's not a Honda Civic, but it makes up for it by having, alloy rims, right? The LX had the steel rims. It makes up for it by having the remote starter built in. It makes up for it by having an extra set of winter tires. It makes up for it by having the Husky liners. So you always have to balance the benefits and not just look always all the time sa price, because I get a lot of people asking me about that. How much is this, how much is that? And then they're doing their math completely wrong, right? Taking the price without adding tax and then dividing by 12, and they try to think that they can outsmart dealerships by doing that, or they're gonna have an opinion saying, oh, it's too expensive, when their math is completely wrong. And that's what I'm here for, right? So again, just to give you guys pointers, the vehicle is not for sale. It is sold na today. My client Charlie bought this vehicle. That's his first vehicle here in Alberta, and it took a while to get him approved, but I'm happy we did. I got him approved prime. So, and he did go to a different dealership before, and it took them 1 month before they responded by saying na, sorry, we can't get you approved. It took me a few days, and I got him approved. So there you go. So guys, when you're considering that first vehicle, you want to keep payments low, look at the overall picture. Not just yung price, not just yung ganito, but see if it has all those extras that you don't have to pay for. It may seem like para sa ating mga Pilipino, ha, marami kasi sa atin may sense of entitlement na bibili ako ng sasakyan, gusto ko may ganito, kailangan may ganito kasi buyer ako. That's not how it works, right? So how it works is, if you can get something without having to pay extra for it, that's good. There you go. So again, a quick walk around video showing some features and benefits of the vehicle. Charlie, just something for you to show Bailey when she gets home. And yeah,